Hello and welcome. Cauvery water dispute has been one of the long-standing conflicts, legal as well as social, between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. It's recently been again in news, this time after Karnataka was ordered to release 3,500 cusecs of water towards Tamil Nadu, and there has been opposition. To understand the history and the genesis of this conflict, this dispute, this much talked about issue, we have invited an expert, a very senior official, Syed Masood Husain, who has served as the chairperson of Central Water Commission and also has been the head of the inaugural meeting of Cauvery Water Management Authority in 2018. So someone who knows this subject very well. Masood Saab, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you.
I would begin by asking you, this perhaps started in 1870s or 1890s between the two princely states. There were agreements, and today we are sitting in 2026 and this issue is still there. People are still talking about it. For the benefit of our viewers who don't know anything about it, would you like to take us through what exactly is the matter here?
Yes, very much. See, there was an agreement between the Kingdom of Mysore and Madras Presidency in 1924, and that agreement was for 50 years, which expired in 1974. Thereafter, the Karnataka state said that they have greater requirement of water from the Cauvery, and they went for the water tribunal in this regard, that they should be allocated more water of Cauvery to meet their irrigation and drinking water demands. So as a result, the Government of India constituted the Cauvery Water Tribunal in 1990. And that tribunal heard both the sides and all other relevant parties, and gave a final judgment or the final order in 2007. And that order was based on the 50% dependability of water. 50% dependability of water, we can explain that where as that amount of water will be available 50% of the time. So that is one of the criteria for determining the availability of water. There can be 75% and 90%. These are slightly technical things. So we can understand that 50% dependability means where the 50% of that figure will be available. So there was a total availability of 740 TMC. TMC is 1000 million cubic feet. So 740 TMC of water was assessed as the total availability of water in the Cauvery basin for 50% dependability, and the allocation which was decided by the tribunal in 2007 was Tamil Nadu 419, Karnataka 270, Kerala 30, Puducherry 7, environmental protection 10 TMC, and some unavoidable escapage to sea as 4 TMC. So this made total 740 TMC.
So, I would like to stop you here. So for us to understand, so this is Cauvery basin, right? Karnataka is higher, the other states, Tamil Nadu is downhill, right? So water flows from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu and subsequently to the other places. What is it and how much water does Karnataka need actually? How much water does Tamil Nadu need, and what do they need it for? Could you explain that to us?
Yes. See, as the irrigation, the agriculture has increased, the irrigation requirements have increased in both the states. So, mainly the requirement of water in Karnataka is for irrigation and drinking purpose, and of course, for industries also. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, mainly it is the irrigation and to lesser extent the drinking water requirement. So, because of the the development of big cities like Bangalore and similar other, the drinking water requirement has also increased. So, mainly the because irrigation is the highest demand. Considering the all India average, we need about 75 to 80% of the total water consumption is for the irrigation sector. So, that is by and large the pattern in the states also.
Okay. So, now that, the regulatory body has asked Karnataka to release 3500 cusecs. How much water is that, and why is this objectionable to Karnataka?
See, there is no problem if the water availability is more than the allocated this total water of 740 TMC. The problem comes when there is a deficient rainfall, and as a result there is a reduced availability of water in the reservoirs and in the total season, because mostly the water is coming in the form of rainfall, mostly in the monsoon season, and maybe some water in the winter months. So, point is, whenever we are above the average, when the rainfall is good, when the total water availability is more than 740 TMC, there is no issue, there is no dispute so far as the allocation and the distribution of water is concerned. Problem comes when there is a deficient rainfall. As a result, the water availability is less, and then the role of Cauvery Water Management Authority becomes more crucial, because then it has to decide based on day-to-day variation, day-to-day availability, that how much water is there in the basin, how much water is available in the reservoirs, and it has to consider the requirements of both Karnataka and Tamil Nadu for various purposes, including of course the requirement of drinking water for Bangalore city. So, based upon the availability of water, based upon the requirement and the priority, this Cauvery Water Management Authority considers all relevant aspects, including the technical aspects, the available water in the reservoirs, and then it makes a judicious and a fair judgment of the situation, and accordingly decides how much water needs to. See, basically, because the water is flowing from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, because Karnataka is the upper riparian state. The water flows first into the areas in Karnataka, and then which it goes into the Tamil Nadu. So, point is that there are 4 reservoirs in Karnataka: Hemavati, Harangi, and Krishna Rajasagar, and one more reservoir. So, that these are the 4 reservoirs which mainly store the waters in Karnataka. So, we have to see, because otherwise the rest of the water is flowing into the river, and so far as the control and release of water is concerned, these are the 4 important reservoirs which are relevant. So, point is that the CWMA has to see how much is the requirement of Karnataka at a particular time, and they have to see also how much the rainfall is going to be deficient depending upon the forecast of the rainfall, and accordingly, and considering the requirement of the Tamil Nadu mainly for irrigation of paddy crop.
But Husain sir, so this This regulation or regulatory order has also come through the authority only, right? 3500 cusecs of water.
Yes, yes.
So, if this has created a conflict, do you think that the Cauvery Water Management Authority, needs to sort of take some other approach? Then, if there are parties which are not adhering to it, there is a conflict. How does it resolve?
See, this arrangement of CWMA is supposed to be the best arrangement, in the sense that this is an impartial body headed by an officer, a very senior officer and a technical officer, and it consists of representatives from Central Water Commission, from Karnataka, from Tamil Nadu, all the 4 party states, Puducherry and Kerala, including the representatives from Ministry of Agriculture. So, basically it is a joint body, and in my view, and in fact in view of the Supreme Court also, which which ordered for the constitution of this CWMA, this is considered to be the best arrangement so far as the regulation of water is concerned. And the order of CWMA regarding the release of this on daily basis for 15 days, 3500 cusecs, basically it will amount to about 4 TMC in 15 days. So, this I understand has been arrived based upon the availability of water in the reservoirs, depending upon the likely rainfall which is to take place in the 15 days, and the requirement of Tamil Nadu for its irrigation and other uses. Okay. So, this is basically a technical assessment, and it is a body where all the party states are represented. So, I believe that this is supposed to be a very fair assessment, and the order should be taken in that spirit.
So, there are also reports of a lot of people saying that there is a varying data that both sides are coming up with in terms of how much water is there in the reservoirs. Karnataka is saying something, Tamil Nadu is saying something. Is that something that remains to be a loophole that needs to be plugged, the variation in data?
See, the mandate of CWMA includes that it will set up this the data collection system, including the telemetry sites and the reservoir levels and the volume in the reservoirs and all other relevant data. So, the purpose is that it will not depend upon the data collected by Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. So, the purpose is that the authority collects all the data, so that the data which is collected is not challenged by any of the party state, because this is the authority where all the party states are represented.
Is that data collected fairly? Do we have the enough technology?
I understand that CWMA is in the process of establishing that. Is still, I understand this has not been fully established. Of course, this has to be found out from the actual ground condition, because I am not in touch with the latest position, but I understand that this is yet to be fully established, in the sense that what is ideally required is yet to be fully established. Okay. So, once it is established, so basically it is more like a regulation and the management of the entire basin with the latest available data systems, and there should be a cooperation between all the parties. So, it is more like you can say a cooperative management of the entire basin, and there should be a trust and confidence in the CWMA, its management, and there should be a trust between the concerned parties also. So, what we see is that if a decision has been taken by CWMA based on all the relevant factors, then it should be it should be given due respect and due consideration.
Understand. So, linked to it is the Mekedatu dam project, right? If I'm not wrong, you were one of the instrumental persons in, when the conversation about this dam began in 2018. Today, there is an opposition to it. There are people in Tamil Nadu who are opposing it. Tell us, what is this dam project? Why is it significant, and why is there an opposition in Tamil Nadu?
See, Mekedatu reservoir proposal is from the government of Karnataka. Mekedatu is a place just on the border of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So this is a narrow gorge where the Cauvery enters into Tamil Nadu. So Karnataka has proposed that they may construct a reservoir of about 67 TMC of storage. The objectives which they have spelled out is that it will be a balancing reservoir. It will help in the management of the Cauvery waters. See, the entire management of water, whether in one place or other, in one basin or the other basins, is the availability of storages. If I just divert, see, in India, we have very less storage per capita as compared to some of the other developed countries like US or China or Australia. So point is, the more the storage, the more we are able to, more effectively we are able to manage the waters. So the proposal of Karnataka to construct a storage reservoir which will be acting as a balancing reservoir is in that spirit. The opposition of Tamil Nadu basically stems from the lack of trust in Karnataka, that they may misuse it, they may hold water because they have more storage, because this is just at the border of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So there is an apprehension in their mind that the more they storage, they will be able to control, they will have more control over water. They may not release the due share of Tamil Nadu in case of distress years. So basically it is more a question of lack of trust. I mean, as an engineer, as a water resources engineer, the question should be how best that project can be utilized for the overall integrated management of Cauvery basin. If we see it from a technical point of view and even from other relevant aspects, the proposal is quite sound in the sense that yes, you can't deny that the construction of a reservoir will certainly help if CWMA takes care of all the aspects and ensures a judicious and a fair distribution as per the decision of the Supreme Court, then there should not be any issue. So it is more a lack of trust than anything else. Otherwise, it would, in my view, it would certainly help, and that's why when the proposal came up to Central Water Commission, and I happened to be the chairman Central Water Commission as well as the chairman Cauvery Water Management Authority, we felt that yes, we should allow Karnataka to prepare the detailed project report for this purpose, and I understand they have submitted these DPRs to Central Water Commission, and I understand they are examining it. Okay. So point is that if we see from the technical point of view and other relevant aspects, this is certainly a positive proposal, and if there are any apprehensions, that should be taken care by the mechanism of CWMA.
Okay. Let's go talk about the usage of water. The water is scarce. It's going to be a resource which will decide the future of people, countries, places. Are these two states actually using the water judiciously? I mean, Karnataka is saying that it is a drinking water problem. Farmers in both places are saying that they need more water. As an expert, do you think that there could be better utilization of water?
Certainly, certainly there is no doubt about it that we need to improve our water management. I am saying for the entire country, not only Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and the other Kerala and Puducherry, but for the entire country, we need to improve the management of water resources. We need to improve the efficiency in irrigation. We need to reduce the losses. We need to introduce new methods of irrigation like micro irrigation, drip and sprinkler irrigation. So, when we come to the Cauvery, yes, there is a great scope for reducing the losses, or you can say improving the efficiency of water use both in irrigation as well as in other sectors.
So how can they do that specifically if we are talking about these two?
Yeah, I mean, so far as the irrigation is concerned, we need to take up more areas under micro irrigation, that is drip and sprinkler, because that will greatly reduce the water usage. And the water saved can be used for either increasing the area or reducing the deficiency. And because the Supreme Court especially allowed a certain amount of water more in case of Karnataka for drinking water purposes of Bangalore. So then, and one of the reasons for Mekedatu is that Karnataka said that they wanted to supply more water to Bangalore for its drinking water purposes. So the point is that similarly in Tamil Nadu, mostly it is the paddy which is grown in the Cauvery basin. So if they can adopt better irrigation practices by introducing drip and irrigation, they can certainly reduce the water consumption. See, paddy is a water guzzling crop. Earlier, when there were less requirements of irrigation water upstream, and that is in Karnataka, because at that time the irrigation in that region had not been developed. But now with the increase of irrigation in Karnataka, in Cauvery basin, and similarly the increase in uses for other purposes, certainly there is a grave need for improving the water use efficiency both in Karnataka as well as in Tamil Nadu. And we had advised this thing also during our 2018 visit and the report which was submitted to the Supreme Court, that there can certainly be a great, you can say, improvement. There is a lot of scope for improvement in the water management, and we can certainly improve the water use efficiency in paddy irrigation.
So Masood Sahab, I wanted to ask you about specifically about the 2018 intervention by the Supreme Court. That was also the time when you headed the Cauvery Water Management Authority's inaugural meeting. What did the Supreme Court say, and what was the essence of what it said?
See, when Supreme Court heard this matter, there were presentations from all the party states, mainly from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, and considering the requirement of drinking water for Bangalore city and other urban areas, Supreme Court gave due consideration to this aspect of the Karnataka, and they allocated about 14.75 TMC of water additionally to Karnataka for this purpose. So that much of water was reduced from the allocation of Tamil Nadu, and this much of water was given additionally to Karnataka at that time, and that continues to be the final allocation. This was in view of the drinking water requirement of Bengaluru, because it is a big city and the requirement has been growing right from beginning. Yeah.
So we spoke about the Cauvery Water Management Authority. You said that we have to put in trust in the authority, and then only this can be resolved, right? But as an expert who's been very closely working with them and has been part of it, do you think, okay, people are putting trust in the authority, but what are the things that the authority can do to improve and ensure that these clashes don't happen?
Yeah, it's a very important question. And see, I mean, CWMA is already seized of the important issues and what they need to do in this regard, because right after the formation of CWMA, all these things had been deliberated in its meeting. And so from the point of view of a very effective and you can say a body which needs the support of all these states as well as to regulate the water in the Cauvery basin, first of all it needs to develop a scientifically defined distress sharing formula, because that has been the bane of contention. So of course, they are doing it based upon all the available data. That means how much water is there in the reservoir, how much rains are likely to happen in a particular stage. But still they need to work more on this formula. And then they have to implement basin-wide real-time telemetry for rainfall, river flows and reservoir storages. And that data should be publicly displayed, so that gives a lot of confidence to the concerned authorities as well as to the general public also, that this much is the water available, this much we are giving to Karnataka, this to Tamil Nadu and other states. So, and they have to adopt advanced reservoir operation models. And as you said earlier, they have to promote demand side management. That means include micro irrigation in the irrigation practices. They should, the state should say go for crop diversification, where especially in case of Tamil Nadu, they can go for more suitable crops in their areas where they are growing paddy at the moment. So this has been suggested earlier also. And then canal modernization and then the water use efficiency, as I mentioned earlier. We need to improve the water use efficiency. This is not only in these in the Cauvery basin, but in all the basins in the country. So because Cauvery basin is a water short basin, in the sense that the requirement is much more than the water is available. So that's why this the water allocation and very often there has been a water shortage because of the reduced water availability.
Okay. So to sum it all, I would again request you to take our viewers through why there is a crisis right away, as in why is it important today. Is it because of the shortage of rainfall? Is it because of the erratic monsoons? Or are there climate change factors involved?
Yes. See, in a normal year, when I say normal year means when the rainfall is good and the total water availability is more than 740 TMC, which has been assessed on a 50% dependability basis. There is no issue. Normally, the allocation and the distribution often gets done in a very satisfied manner. But the problem arises when the rainfall is less than the normal rainfall. As a result, the inflow is less in the basin. And see, this reduced rainfall may be due to various reasons. First of all, the monsoon itself, the hydrological phenomena itself is prone to variation. I mean, these are the natural characteristics. I mean, there is always a variation in the rainfall over a period of time. Now, because of the climate change, this variation has got, you can say, pronounced. So there are more, you can say, erratic years. There may be years where the rainfall is very high, and there may be some years where the rainfall is quite less. So that variation due to the climate change may be a little more pronounced as compared to the normal variation. So this is one factor which we have to take into account, and maybe after some time that allocations and even the water availability need to be reassessed based upon all these relevant factors.
Okay. Masood Sahab, separately, I mean, taking away from this, there was also a protest in Ken-Betwa. It lingered on for a long time. Again, water issues. What's your view on that matter?
See, Ken-Betwa is a very important project in the sense that this is the first project of the interlinking of rivers program, which this government had right at the beginning in 2014 said that they would be giving a lot of attention on this program. So Ken-Betwa is the first project of interlinking of rivers program. Technically it is known as inter-basin transfer of water project, but the general nomenclature has come to be known as interlinking of rivers. So this was the first project for which the DPR was prepared by National Water Development Agency, and I was Director General of NWDA. I headed that agency when the revised DPR of Ken-Betwa was prepared, and the project was examined by Central Water Commission. The project was finally approved by the Advisory Committee of the Ministry of Water Resources, and this project would be giving a lot of irrigation benefits to the to the drought prone area of Bundelkhand, both in UP as well as in MP. And already an agreement between UP and MP had been signed in 2005. And only on the basis of this agreement the DPR work was taken up. So there is no doubt this is a very important project for this region. This will serve a large area for irrigation, as well as this will serve a number of villages, I think few lakhs, I am not remembering the figure. So it will provide drinking water as well as a small component of hydropower. So whatever, see, normally in such project there are always certain submergence, because there is a reservoir involved. When we construct a dam, there is always a reservoir at the back of the dam, and certain submergence is there. So in this case, not a very large submergence, it involves a small submergence, but those people who are affected due to the proposed submergence, they have to be properly rehabilitated, and their resettlement has to be properly planned and done. So normally the protest happens, I understand even in this case of Ken-Betwa, when there are certain dissatisfaction by the concerned persons when they feel that the resettlement and rehabilitation is not taking place as per the assurances which have been given by the concerned authorities, or where there is certain deficiencies in the implementation of the resettlement and rehabilitation programs. So we have to see those details. I understand that the R&R package in the Ken-Betwa has been one of the most advanced, because this is the latest project which has been approved and being implemented. So what I feel is that we have to see the implementation part, how the authorities are implementing, how they are taking care. I mean, we have to be more, you can say, humane in our dealing with the persons who are affected. So it is more a question of implementation of that package rather than the design. As I said, so far as the packages are concerned, mostly, I mean, all the latest provisions of the Government of India or the state governments are taken care.
Okay. Well, Masood Sahab, thank you so much for all your insights on this very, very important subject. We really enjoyed this conversation with you. Thanks again for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you.